Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I just wanted to come this really quick this morning to share something with you. I made up my mind that, I'm going to do this as much as I possibly can so that I can share some of these random thoughts that I have, because I have some random ones. I'm sure everybody does. But this morning, I was thinking again about Ephesians 3:8 and how Paul talks about him being the least of these and how God has given him the privilege to share with the Gentiles the mysteries of God. And I immediately, once again, thought, what am I doing with my privilege? What are you doing with your privilege? He privileges us in so many different ways that we don't often even bother to think about. I was privileged this morning to be able to wake up early, to go to the gym, fight with those weights and the trainers and the people that's in the gym with me. We just all fighting to make that thing happen this morning. We were tired, we were sleepy, we didn't want to get up, all of those things. But because we have the privilege to be able to move and to go work out, that's what we did. We showed up. And it's amazing how much better you feel after you do that. So what are you doing with your privilege? It was a privilege for me to open my eyes, be able to move, or as Grandma used to say, have a reasonable portion of my strength, and to be able to move all my limbs, to be able to process and think about all of that and to make it happen. Now, I've done the workout, I've gone, and now I'm getting ready to go into the job. All of these things are privileges because God doesn't have to allow us to do it. So what is something that God has given you to do and has privileged you to do, but you don't do it for whatever reason? You make excuses for why you can't do it. I can't do it like Janie. I can't do it like Sue. So because I can't do it, I just don't. Or I feel like I can't do it, I just don't do it. So we always are making excuses for why we can't do a thing. Yesterday was a challenging day for me because I'm one of those kind of people that mind your business. Some things just not your business. And I just happen to have a coworker that stays in everybody's business. So by the end of the day, I'm going out because she'll say, well, Jocelyn, what do you think? I don't think anything about it because it's none of my business. I have the privilege to come here to work and they're going to pay me to do it. I have a privilege of being a part of a conversation that has nothing to do with me, or I also have the privilege to remove myself and not have anything to do with the conversation that doesn't have anything to do with me. I choose to have nothing to do with the conversation that doesn't have anything to do with me because I have that privilege. I have the privilege to show up here every day and do what I do. It's a privilege. But what is it that God has placed inside of you that he fully expects you to use because he's given you that privilege? But you don't think you can use it because you're so busy looking at how everybody else uses their privilege. Wait. So why are you concerned about what everybody else is doing? Just do what he's given you to do, to the best of your ability, to the best of your knowledge. Because too often we think that just because someone else looks good doing what they do, that means that what we have been privileged to do is not important. But it is. Every gift is needed in the house. Every gift is needed. There are certain gifts that we are privileged to have that we really should be sharing with those that we encounter. But we don't, because we're afraid. We don't think it'll work. We don't think we'll be received well. There are just so many things that we make excuses about. So for people that have all these excuses, come hang out with me on May 18th at 10 a.m. We're going to talk about ditching the excuses. Get rid of them. We're not doing that. We're going to go full out. We're going to play full court press in our own games. Because, like Paul, we have been given the privilege to share what we have, what we do, what we love with those that we encounter. I hope that helps someone. You guys have an amazing day. And remember, you have been given the privilege. What are you going to do with it? Take care. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.